Everybody, aloha, and welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We are in the danger zone, right there. Dun 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 dun. Dun. Ah, welcome everybody. We got Lieutenant Colonel Goose on the stream. Donald, Craig, Gaten, Sergio, Diane, Aki, Rob, S. Kohler, Arturo, Jerry, Svenborn, Ivan, Dan, Harry, Bradman, David, Don, Ed, Ted, Will, Darren, David, JP, Diana, Scott, David, Rungamer, Frank, Nancy, Francois, David, Susan. Welcome everybody. Glad to see everybody. And, here we are. Here we are. Right in the danger zone. So, what's happening next? All right, that's what everybody wants to know. What's happening next? Let's clean it up. Make it crystal clear right now. Look at that. I guess the top would be right there. We're gonna go a little higher today, I think, based on the S&P. Getting a little spicier. And the futures. Guess what? Look at how we stopped right there. I mean, look at that. We stopped. Ciao. Red candle yesterday. So I think we can go a little bit higher. Maybe even up to 5,800. We're in the zone now. We are in the zone. 56 to 58. This is cautionary time. I did buy VIX yesterday. For those of you that wonder what I bought, I'll tell you. And we are getting a little downward pressure on it today. It'll be cheaper today than it was yesterday. 30 strike, which is right there. Out to June. Regular June expiration. That's what I bought. I threw it out there for this one doesn't let you look at the options for VIX. I threw it out there for crash protection people. Can I buy UVXY? Sure. Can I buy UVIX? Sure. Can you buy VIXY? I mean, sure. You can buy whatever you want to. I don't care. All right. All trading involves a substantial risk of loss. Past performance, not necessarily indicative of future results. Just because I get it right, just because I do something, I may never get it right again. All right. This presentation is intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining. Hopefully you're entertained. Not a recommendation to be buying or selling any financial instrument. If you want somebody to tell you what to do, this is very important. If you want somebody to tell you what to do, you got to hire a financial advisor. All right. That's the type person. Like people that tell you trades, they're not telling you what to do. Or at least people that, like me that give out trades. Pretty much everybody I work with, nobody's certified to be giving you advice. All right. If you're sending in an email to somebody and you're like, hey, what should I do with XYZ position? I got in, I followed you. Like you're asking for advice and you're probably gonna lose money. Hate to break it to you. Like this is, this whole throwing out trades business is actually entertainment. All right. They call it education. It's really entertainment. I'll tell you. Like you could do whatever with your time. This is the cold hard reality of life. You could do whatever it is with your time, with your eyeballs. You can go watch the news. If you like to watch the news, you can, that's entertainment. News is entertainment. Why do they focus on bad stuff all the time? Because people love bad stuff. It's entertainment. They're going for eyeballs so that they can sell ads and show you ads. That's the whole thing. And I try to provide lots of information, just like the news does. And I try to, do all this stuff. So be careful out there. The only person that's really certified to give you advice is a financial advisor. And recently in the U.S., just a couple of years ago, they passed a law that financial advisors had to take your personal financial situation in mind before they give you advice. They didn't used to have to do that. And the problem was so many of them were giving you advice not based on your financial situation that they had to pass a law to make that the way it was. Because, ethics and all wasn't doing the job. I digress. Anyway, I read this on purpose. I don't want people just to blindly copy. All right, don't blindly copy. Have a plan. I strongly think we are getting a rejection of some sort off of this zone. So I bought VIX. Put my money where my mouth is. The level I think we're going to, right back down here. Now, this level will change slightly as we go higher. It will pull that level up. I'll show you what I mean. Right now, we've got it stuck to the top of the candle. As we climb higher and make our high possibly up to 5,800, this rises to 5,200. We can still go as deep as 5,000. And if we break through 5,000, we're probably going down to new lows down here. So this is the zone, auto zone right here. Yeah, we're probably going to retrace to. And we got up to this one. I said we were going up, probably to this zone. Here we are. Anybody think it's magic? Let me know in the chat. Yeah, you can do whatever you want to with your eyeballs. Yeah. that's the truth, Kimberly. Anyway, it's, Kimberly's my favorite subscriber in the whole world. Anyway, right there we go. Right there. Anybody surprised? Let me know in the chat. We're probably coming out of this zone, back down to this zone, and the nature of that decline will set the stage for what's next. All right? The nature of the next decline sets the stage for what's next. If you want to know what I expect we do a 3-wave corrective move out of this zone, down to this zone. I expect it to be a 3-wave corrective type move. What does that mean? 3-wave corrective? It means a first move, a second move, and a third move in normal proportions. All right. This will have 3 or 5. This will have 3, and this will have 5. This will be a 3 or 5 wave move. 3 or 5. This right here, and then we're talking about that one right there. This one right here will have 3 for sure. And this one right here will have 5 waves clear. That'll be a 3-wave move. We'll come right down here and we'll bounce. If we do that, we're going higher. New all-time highs. Now, the flip side. The bearish case. We do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And then we do a 3 up. Maybe do another 618 retrace of this from this high to this low. This sets up a crash, like bigger than this crap over here. Nasty crash set up in the market. Flush out. It's going to hurt. Don't want this to happen, but it is a distinct possibility. This is I give it, and unfortunately right now I'm like 65, 45, 65 up. 45% on down. You're like, boy, that's pretty close to a coin flip. Yeah. Right now, this is a dangerous, dangerous, dangerous situation we built right here. I'm 65 because lots of charts are undone, are not finished on the upside. I'm 45 because this is real. And we could just leave charts not done. Okay, 35, sorry. Maybe 55. 110%. There you go. Yeah, let's go 85, 75. There you go. How's that? I'm 110% sure we're going to do something. 85% and 75%. There you go. 85% sure we're going up and 75% sure we're going down. This is why I use the numbers I use. Like, I'm not being like I'm pretty sure we're gonna do something. We're gonna do both. That's the point. All right. Pretty sure we're gonna do both. We're going to go up and we're gonna go down. Now, the biggest problem here, even if we do this, we're still doing the big down. We're still going down here. Even if we do this, we're still going down here. Still going down here. That sucks, but it's on the chart. I give the big pullback a 99% chance of happening. Not even joking about that. All right. There's like a 1% chance we thread the needle and don't do a giant pullback, but it's time. When you look at the giant upside we've had for 100 years. I got to put it on the, can't even see the candle. We're going to correct the move we've had since that move right there. It's the craziest thing. Market's open. Golly, a lot of alerts. So here's the count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guess what we do after we complete 5 up? 618 retrace. Where's the 1? The 1 was way back here. Please stop. It's annoying. It's like, holy cow, this could go really deep. But usually, you look at this, the fib numbers, but usually we bottom in the vicinity of the 4. That's usually where a 2 bottoms. The 4 was right there. 2020, 2000, 1999, 2000, .com bust through the housing crisis. That was all one single correction. Everybody looks at it as different. This will feel like we've got, something different going on. It'll probably take, good long time. Potentially 20 years. And I posted for Termite Trading Lab members, my man Avi, who is much better at early wave than me, been doing it much longer, much bigger history of calling crazy moves. He did a talk on the Money Show yesterday. If you go to the Money Show channel, the Money Show virtual whatever channel, and you can watch his talk yesterday. It's a scary dose of reality. So I'm just throwing it out there. Elliott wave wise, it's time for a bigger correction. Now the good news is that sets us up for a wave 3 that goes like to insane levels that blows everybody's mind. That's probably going to last like 1,000 years, or 400 or 500 year bullish run potential, but we've got to get through the next big correction first. Sucks, but that's the reality. So there you go. Dun, dun, dun. And I've been talking, like Goose says, I've been talking about it basically since I've been a guru. Been warning that we're coming to the end of the road, and it's coming up quick. And we're just sitting right in the heart of the danger zone. Even with that candle this morning. This already dropped back out yesterday. This will drop back down probably. This indicates we're topping out. This one, probably get a pullback and still go higher. This one, still set to go higher. So I give credence to the upside. But we're going to get a pullback. That's why I bought what I bought. We're in the heart of the danger zone. It's a time for caution. Next week, coming in hot on Wednesday of next week. We have the FOMC meeting. If we keep grinding this higher through this meeting, I give high probability that we're going to retrace off that meeting. One reason, another reason, whatever the reason Jerome Powell might say or do or whatever, even if we grind higher up through next Wednesday, we're probably going to do that. So that's why June, that's why 30 on VIX. That's why. Can you get a better deal today? Absolutely. Might this bounce off the roadmap line before we do it? Absolutely. Look at it this way. We might bounce off that roadmap line, come back up to here, 44, 45, and then go on down. Interestingly enough, short VIX hasn't really done jack squat. Even though VIX has dropped off the mountain, this one hasn't really done anything. It ripped down real good and just grinding in here. This one hasn't been responding very well. Kind of interesting. Wonder if they changed the way they're managing it. Golly, there's a lot of alerts. Things are moving. Be careful. This is not a time to go overexposure. This is a time to be cautious. Very, very cautious. The next move is likely to be a pullback. Might we go higher another 150 points? Yeah. We might go higher 150 points. And then we could go lower 600 points. Maybe even 800 points. Be careful. We're going to do another crazy move. Going to be another crazy move. Still in the NASDAQ too. In the NASDAQ, it's in the Russell. We're probably going to get this pullback. We're probably going to go right down here. We'll go right back up here. Now, another smart thing to do. Another different way to play. Maybe you want to buy something like a 5,400 put, sell a 5,200 put. That would be like 540, 520 on SPY or, XSP. Go take a look. How could you play it? We're in May. Maybe you want to go later in May. Give yourself a little extra time. Maybe late May, maybe even June. You got to make the decision. Let's just go normal monthly expiration. So 23rd. Let's roll with that. Why? Monthly expirations are typically more liquid. This is backwards. Every other platform I use, everything is the other way, like this. So we're talking about a 540. Buy that one. 382. Sell the 520. $1.71. There's my calculator right there. Clear 382 minus $1.71. Ah, missed the decimal. 3.82 minus $1.71. Cost you $2, $2.10 to get into. That's almost a 10 for 1 risk to return, and a 9, I guess 9 return. And let's go build it on a platform and see what it actually looks like. Let me log into somewhere. I can build this really quickly. Let's see if I can log in. This actually sounds interesting to me, like this potential. I might put a couple of these on. Feel pretty strongly about this. The web platform. Cool. Cool. And nobody cares about my numbers in here. Trading. Let's go for XSP. There we go. This is just an account that I've had for years and years and years at E-Trade. And it was actually my options house. It was actually my Trade Monster account that moved to Options House, that moved to E-Trade. And it's not linked to all my other E-Trade accounts. Funny enough, it's like a separate, like I have to have a separate login, a separate everything. Could I get it combined? Sure, but that's just a hassle. And anyway, I digress. So we're looking at the 23rd. Oh, wait, why 14 days? And they said that the regular expiration is that one. There's the 16th, I guess. Let's actually go with the 23rd. I like the 23rd better. Gives a little extra time. So we'd be looking at a 540. We'd buy it. Cool. Add it to the order. Add option. Buy 20. Give me pricing, please. It's this account's delayed because it doesn't have enough money. God, love it. Should be like 210. Oh, that's not right. There we go. Infinite profit, max loss. This would be a debit. We're going to have to wait a minute for the prices to populate. Come back to that in a minute. When I see it populate, like 10-minute delay, should populate any second now. God, love it. Anyway. Yeah, see it turning red already. Dun, 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 dun. It's interesting on XSP is red, but SPX. They don't have the new candle for XSP yet. It's delayed. And this one, even on here, it's delayed by 15 minutes. All right. That one's in the danger zone. That one's in the danger zone. This one, probably going to pull back. CO. And Interesting. Stepped across the line even further. Sitting right in there. If this goes again, like you could set an alert here now. If we go back below 56, that low 56.50, we're going down to the low 50s. And today's candle, just that little hammer right there. If we break back below that, we're going down here. If we get below 50, I think we get in the 40s. Hot war in the Middle East. Maybe not. It's just a theory. Anybody surprised by this at this point? Let's move this on over. Moving fibs instead of moving the drawings. God darn it, I'm just gonna delete that fib. Delete that fib. Delete that fib. Pull these over, pull these over, pull these over. There you go. I think we're going down to here. 3-wave up. Down to here. It was like shocking news. Oh my gosh, we took the blow off top back on gold. Like I saw these like posts on social media, people freaking out, not expecting this to come on down. I'm telling you, this is coming on down here. Probably gonna do this. Back up in this area. Then we go down. That's probably what's happening. Bitcoin still grinding that 618. This will more like a couple people in the background are like, can Bitcoin keep climbing if the market pulls back? No. If the market pulls back 800 points, this is coming right back down to the roadmap line. More than likely. How high do we grind it between now and FOMC, I guess, is the big question. It's going to pull back. You want to buy at cheaper prices, you might get the opportunity. Could this go fast? Absolutely. Could it be one candle spike down in reverse? Yep. Could it happen over the weekend? I mean, it could. Like what happened on FOMC, I might take off my BitX leverage. I am long BitX. That's leverage Bitcoin. I'm long this with several hundred shares. Probably take that off, buy it back on the pullback. That's what I'm thinking. Haven't liquidated yet. I mean, the grind higher. I mean, it could pop pretty substantially this weekend. I don't know. Probably take it off next week, right in front of the FOMC. Put it back on after. If I miss upside, I miss upside. I mean, that's kind of the trader's life. I don't usually talk about these things. Goose was encouraging me to talk more about these little things I do to catch moves like that. So you can thank Goose in the background there or in the chat. He likes it. NKD coming up to the danger zone. This may climb right up here by the FOMC meeting. Then we get a pullback. It's kind of funny. All this is setting up to tell us what's about to happen on the FOMC meeting. Dollar just grinding the 618. If we break through, we could go lower, but I think we might bounce here. Lots of people talking about how the dollar's overvalued and it's going in the toilet. We're going on down, but you can watch this thing bust right back up here and then go running, and everybody's like, it makes no sense. Probably what's going to happen. Apple got a little pullback on earnings. Amazon just churning. They had, I guess tariffs were affecting the sales, lower demand for AWS, but Seems to be just fine. I guess AWS rose, but they had less outlook for future demand, I guess is what they were saying. I don't know. I didn't read it. I didn't listen to it. Google, yeah, popping a little bit. This probably run right up into the roadmap line, then pull back. Meta, into the roadmap line. Got the 618 above us. Microsoft, holding in there pretty well. We get above that box. Sets us up for the new highs. 590 to 500. Nvidia, not really reacting at all. Earnings are way down later this month, toward the end of the month. Tesla, Salah, grinding the roadmap line. Highly likely to get that pullback. Like, if we pull back on the market, this thing's going to pull back next week before we can go higher. If you're on like TSLL, maybe you want to consider stepping off and stepping back on. I mean, it's up to you. You know, some of those things you take wash sales if you don't stay off it for 30 days. So sometimes you can't do that. Got to be careful. That's why a lot of times I just hold through short-term moves like that, because wash sales stuff. So things that were moving up today. Duolingo, I think we talked about the fact that had a pattern to going up. That was probably a few weeks ago. Beautiful. I go pull everything moving $2 or more up in the pre-markets, put it on the gainers list, down $2 or more, and put it on the decliners list. This one reported earnings, and they had like sky high. Ew, golly. As sky high outlook for GLP-1 drug demand, but they had shockingly low. I mean, they had I guess high cost production, import and production costs, whatever. You know, you can read the headlines if you want to. It's, you know, I'm not into the news because I don't give a flip. Don't really give a flying flip what's moving, why it's, you know, there's no why to it. The why is the chart. The better off, you'd be way better off if you just, you know, ignore the news. So I don't typically even read, you know, I read a few snippets so I can talk about it intelligently to you all, because humans love stories. And in the beginning, when I started doing the show, I didn't put stories to anything. I didn't talk about it at all, and people didn't care for that. So the more I've talked about the stories, the better response. I mean, that's why Jim Cramer does better than me. He talks about the stories. Why does he get it wrong all the time? Because he doesn't pay attention to the price action. I mean, I get it right all the time, but I don't talk about the stories, so people don't gravitate toward that. Let's go look at what was moving. These 10 tickers down here set up entries for today. Let's check them out really quickly. Kind of do what we did yesterday, and not statistically significant, and has lower. Even when it gets 3 more trades, this will probably be below average. Not the greatest. That one's a nope for me. DE. This one actually looks pretty smoking hot right here. I might actually take this in the 50K challenge account. Likely to pop right up there. What's the upside? Now, this could pull back. It could chop around. It probably pull back in the pullback for the market. You could get a better opportunity to buy. It's about a 9% upside to the target. Just a reminder, 50K challenge. This is all-time history. Now nicely positive. Pulling this Robinhood account out of the ashes. Here's the 1 month performance. Average gain is 91%. Every position I take. That GM play I did closed out yesterday. I talked about closing Kraft Heinz earlier for a potential $58 bonus on GM, and there it is. You know, I got the $12 that I gave up on Kraft Heinz plus the extra money. Plus the extra $50, 58. Pretty nice. I guess, actually I gave up 2 cents on the close, so it actually ended up being 50, whatever that is, $56. So I gave up 12, closed early on 12, so I could buy into this, and Got 88 bucks profit. So there you go. Pop up the handy dandy calculator again, because math. 88 minus $12 opportunity cost, 76 bucks is what I made on that total. I actually did the math on 3. Like, I had bought a 4th one. So this is on 4. I actually bought 3 with the money I flipped. So that's why this is off savvy. Actually, one of these doesn't count, and I can't do the math. Like, see how there's 3 transactions here? I'd sold one with the margin I already had, and then I took the KHC and flipped it into 3, and I got $75. So I got $75 credits minus $12 off of that. That leaves you with 63, and I closed for 3 contracts, 2 cents each. So that was $6 off. So I closed the calculator. That was stupid. 63 minus 6, 57. So I actually got 57 bucks, not 58 bucks. Check. And then the other contract got us up to 88. There. Child. Yeah. And don't be, as Goose says, these are little numbers, but I plan on scaling this up. Like, this is not this is going to keep snowballing, and you can see, like, not insignificant. This just keeps adding up, and with 100% win rates, this is going to be pretty big before long. These numbers are going to keep growing and growing, but I'm getting a 91. Like, look at that average percent this year. I clicked on the 1 year. That's 1 year right there. That's this year. There was nothing else, all these all time. This was like from 4 years ago, mostly. Average gain per trade, 79 bucks. I am spreading my risk out, so 100% win rate though. It's already compounded into 700 bucks profit. This is going to grow after several trades close, and they probably already did close. This is not a live updating thing. It updates every night. If you want to follow along on the 50K challenge, remember, the 50K challenge is when the 1 month, click right here on 1 month. 1 month, that's $50,000 in a month. So instead of 700 bucks, or it's about to be 1,300 bucks probably after today, 50K. That's the goal. And then we're going to do that for 6 months in a row. So this number will be 150K, and this number will get to be 600K for the year when I keep this going. I'm building reliable income. That's what I'm building. You wanna be a part? Come join me. You can be a channel member. I share information there. If you want to know every single trade, twist, turn, deposit into the account, gosh darn it, man, this is not highlighting. There we go. Throw this in the chat. You can follow along on KInfo. If you want to, every trade's verified. They verify every single transaction. So I don't hide anything. It's all in here. All shared public. Next up, one trade, and not statistically significant, but this actually looks like a good potential based on like that. Not a bad trade right there. I might actually take that one. I don't like this big down into this. For me, historically, that has not been the banging winner case, but this may go on up to 14. HEI. This one. Check it out. This has all the numbers, like more than 30, more than 80, more than 2. Check, check, check. That's another good one. Right there, target right up here. That's 2 good ones, possibly 3 in DE, HEI. Check out who's. Nah. IDT. Ooh. It does typically trend, but I don't know. I'd have to lean back on the historical statistics. 54 upside. Slim. SLM Corp. There's the high. There's the low. Another one. This one's good. This one's good. Bad. Net loser. Skip. Pass. Move on. SUI. That can't be the right SUI. SUI. There we go. There we go. So this one, 32, check. 71, 1.2, just, it's a, basically this is a statistically, average ticker. Could you take it? Sure. Is it smoking hot? No. There's the 10. So out of the 10, DE, and whichever other one it was, HEI, maybe ever. There you go. There's 3 trades. JT, give us trades. There's 3 trades. I've already talked about the XSP too. That's 4 trades. Talked about VIX. That's 5 trades. So keep, and we've lost most of the crowd. So, I mean, it's like, hey, give out trades and people leave. It's kind of crazy. I don't understand. Whatever. Moving on. Let's see. Let's check out some other stuff. Twilio. Yeah. Spotify going higher. I've mentioned that one quite a bit, that we were going 7, possibly 700. 678, 700. Looks pretty good. Lockheed Martin, not so sure. TSM coming into that. We're probably going to get a rejection retrace with the market on that one. GE Veranova. This one's pushing on up through 475. Amgen. Be careful on the downside. Berk B. It's going on up 550. CRWD. 483 targets. FAS. Back into the roadmap line. Watch for the retrace on that one. We can push on up through. If we go to all-time highs, that 75, 85% likely thing, maybe 120% likely thing, we'll eventually go to all-time highs. I mean, we'll eventually go down. It's like inevitable. We'll eventually go higher. We'll eventually go lower. It's just a matter of do you live long enough to see it? And that's probably the likely path there. ADBE. I don't think this one's bottomed yet. I think we're coming on down. 250. EXAS. Maybe bottomed. I'll turn this off. It's annoying me. CEP. This has been a crazy one right here. And doing basically what I can gather from what they plan to do is the, buy Bitcoin and sell shares, bonds, whatever thing. That's, essentially what's happening here. Bitcoin legacy, blah, 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 blah. Generational wealth, blah, 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 blah. Be careful here. This can come back down and can get some violent swings. You want one this one, riding along, crazy enough, it's up 20% on what? They just have their public offering, and, there's another SPAC type thing. And, I think people are just buying it on the hope that they do something like CEP. We'll see what happens. Baba, be careful here. So not usually one on fundamentals. This is China stuff. So already on the caution list. Good, bad, or ugly, you can say whatever you want to. I play their stupid little games for discounts because I buy crap from China. Like, I buy 3D printer filament from China. I buy batteries from China. I buy, I don't have one sitting here, but I buy battery maintainers from China. And because there's no U.S. supplier for this stuff. I mean, like, you can be like, well, you can buy 3D printer filament from U.S. Yeah, for $50 a roll. I can buy it from China for less than 10. Come on now. I don't have money. I mean, I don't grow money, at least not until the 50K challenge pops up, you know, till this is 50K. But now on their app, next to all the prices, this is, you know, Amazon got slammed for this, but AliExpress really did this. They have a little note next to every price that tells you what the import tax is. And for most stuff, it's like 150% of the price. So it's like more than doubles the price. I think the US market dries up, and this has, unless they do a deal, this has big potential to be a 1-2, and that's a 1-2, and we flush the fudge out of here. That's a, I mean, you could almost buy puts on this. If you believe like that this trade war with China is gonna have some prolonged legs to it, this stock is going to suffer. I'd probably fly out here. Maybe September. Let's see if the XSP thing's. Speaking of, let's see if that thing got numbers yet. Let's pull it back over. There we go. I love how it doesn't show the max loss. Beautiful. Max loss is 203. Max profit there. What the heck? Give me live prices. Frustrating. There we go. There, finally. Yeah, almost. It's like an 8.5 to 1 risk to reward. They're not bad. Get a pretty good little profit there. I like that one. All right, the other one, Baba. Let's look at real live. Gosh darn it. This platform, a blessing and a curse sometimes. Let's see. What was I saying? September? Prolonged trade war. Remind me. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah, this. Okay. Do our Fib projection. So this could come down easily, come down to right in here. That could either be an ABC, but that would be a lower. Oh, man. That's a 3-wave up. This could actually be continuation lower. This could go down to 40. Wow. Okay, so back over here. I don't think it'll go to 40 by September, but you know, we could. Where's the good pricing? Buy that one. That's a 1 to 4.5. One to 5.7. One to 6.7. Pretty good right here. Let's see. If we shave $5 off. Well, that's a much nicer one. 1 to 9.6. That's pretty good too. I like that kind of number. There's another potential if you think that. I mean, you got to be right. You know, it's out to September, so we've got plenty of time, at least right now. If you think that might happen, got earnings coming up. Like by the time we get to earnings, that'll be too late probably. Come up on the 15th. So you got a week to do this. Right there. So that 215. On which one? The XSP? Yeah. Yeah, Dave. I mean, like I give out stuff for free all the time, so that's the whole point of doing the YouTube thing. Like, give it out for free. Like, imagine what I do behind closed doors. So, anyway, PLTR still going higher. Target 134. Yeah, the one XSP I gave out the other day, I did it and made 75% in like what 2 hours or something like that. DoorDash 220. IWM's probably pulling back. PNW, that's setting up the move higher, 218. So this may come back to the roadmap line. You know, all these ones that are up here may get a retrace before they go higher on that bigger market flush out that we're more than likely going to get. And there you go. At the resistance, more resistance, and upside on ANET. Watch out though. This could do this is a 3-wave up. Could get a deeper retrace off of this. Let's see what we got proportion wise. Oh, dadgummit. Bump the key. This is setting up to be like this one may only retrace. That one may do that. Baidu. This one doesn't have that down 1-2-1, 1-2 setup for going lower. So be careful here. This one may just continue lower. Right there. Wow. Doesn't have as big a Baba has a much larger potential downside. This one looks pretty spicy. I expect this to come on up here. KB. Nice. Hey, for all of you still here, thank you for thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Let's check out some decliners. Take two. Who could have imagined that? Yeah, retrace off take two. I think I warned about that we're at targets and potentially we're going to go lower. Back to the roadmap line. Well, we haven't really hit it since back here in October, so we may just make a higher low and go higher again. Team. I mean, these are the conversations. If, beyond requests, if you got something you're unclear about, let me know. I do requests on Tuesday at 5 p.m. There's UVIX. You could play the VIX thing with this, but be careful because this can quickly decline and then underperform on the pop. It could be pretty nice. I mean, we could get back to 60 pretty easy on that. Maybe even up to 75. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. Throw some shares at UVIX. Let's see, VIXY. And that one could pop. Let's see, UVXY. That one might decline a little bit more. That one could go to 40. UVIX might be the better priced one. You see how they're all different a little bit. Is that the one that went out of business? Yeah, I think that one's the one. TVIX. VX1, exclamation point. Come on. VIX futures. This actually could dip a little bit before we pop. So, all right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to go hang out, check out on Discord, go see what closes out on my Robinhood account, my 50,000K account, and keep coming back for more. We'll see you on Monday.